The group stage was just the warning. Everything you have seen so far, the upsets, the tired legs, the favorites grinding instead of cruising, the small nations refusing to yield, that was the tournament warming up. The knockout rounds have not started yet, and when they do, everything that has been building underneath the surface of this World Cup is going to explode at once. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the 2026 knockout rounds are going to be unlike anything in World Cup history. Start with the math. In a standard knockout tournament, fatigue accumulates gradually. Teams arrive at the quarterfinals having played 4 or 5 matches at high intensity. In 2026, the expanded format means teams are arriving at the round of 16 already carrying the physical load that previous tournaments only delivered by the semi-final stage. The bodies are more depleted, the margins are thinner, and the quality of opposition does not drop in the knockout rounds. It rises. Sports scientist Darcy Norman has modeled elite tournament fatigue across multiple World Cup cycles, and his data shows a clear pattern. The teams that struggle most in knockout rounds are those that relied heavily on 2 or 3 key players throughout the group stage without adequate rotation. In 2026, that description fits almost every major contender. Brazil, England, Portugal. The stars who carried the group stage are now being asked to deliver again in matches where a single moment of physical failure ends everything. Then there is the tactical arms race. Every team remaining in this tournament has watched every match played by every potential opponent. The analytics departments have been running since the draw. By the time 2 teams meet in the round of 16, they know each other at a level of detail that would have seemed impossible a decade ago. Every pressing trigger, every defensive weakness, every set-piece routine, every individual tendency under pressure. When every team knows everything about every other team, the margins become microscopic. And in a knockout match with microscopic margins, the deciding factor is not the game plan, it is the execution of the game plan under conditions of maximum pressure and maximum fatigue simultaneously. That combination produces chaos. Tactical analyst Jonathan Wilson wrote before the tournament that the 2026 knockout rounds would be defined by moments rather than patterns. By the individual decision in the 87th minute when the legs are gone and the game is level, by the goalkeeper who makes the save that should not be possible, by the striker who finds the composure to finish when every muscle is screaming to give up. He was describing something that tournament football produces in its purest form. And 2026 is about to deliver it in a concentration that no previous World Cup has matched. Consider what the bracket has produced. France on one side, Argentina on the other. But between them and a potential final sits a collection of teams that have each shown at different moments in this group stage that they are capable of ending either journey. Japan with their defensive organization and counter-attacking precision, Morocco with their physical intensity and set-piece threat, the USA with their home crowd and their collective pressing system built exactly for this format. Any of those teams in a knockout match on the right day against a fatigued giant is not an upset waiting to happen. It is a logical result of everything this tournament has been building toward. And then there is the pressure. Knockout football at a World Cup is the most psychologically demanding environment in sport. Psychologist Guy Jordet has studied decision-making under pressure across elite football for years, and his conclusion is consistent. Technical quality does not predict knockout performance. Psychological resilience does. The player who can hold their shape, make the right decision, and execute it cleanly when the whole world is watching and the tournament is on the line. That player is rarer than any transfer fee suggests. And in the 2026 knockout rounds, every team is about to find out whether they have enough of them. The group stage was just the warning. What comes next will break your expectations, your predictions, and possibly your heart. The 2026 World Cup knockout rounds have not started yet, but they are already inevitable.